Good morning. Welcome to your Thursday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum with some guidance to get you started on your day, get you some things to think about, ponder, maybe make some changes in your life. We'll see where we all end up, right? Walking ourselves home here. Card deck, Allowing Prayers, 57 Invitations to Spark a Conversation with Your Soul by Siobhan Nash. Excuse me, got a tickle today. So we'll give it a minute here, wait for everyone to come popping on. There's Linda. Good morning. You're the first one on today. Glad to see you here. Let's see who else pops on. But we'll just take a minute or two just to settle in. If you have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, maybe just take a drink, maybe some water. I tend to have water. But just hydrating yourself after the long night. Good morning, Mel. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So, how is everybody doing on this fine Thursday? Hope everybody's feeling good. I'm actually going to be heading for the chiropractor this morning because yesterday I messed my back up. Have no idea what I did, but my left SI joint is like not happy with me. So I was at one with ice yesterday. Good morning, Joe Bell. Glad you're here. Allowing prayers. That's what we're going to be digging into today. And we have a lovely card, which, good morning, Lucy. Welcome. Glad you're here. Everybody's starting to roll in now. Get our tribe of practical rebels together. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Cindy. Glad you're here. Good morning, Beth. Hello. Welcome, welcome. So, Allowing Prayers. Again, 57 Invitations to Spark a Conversation with Your Soul by Siobhan Nash. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome. And we're up to my favorite number, 8. We'll see how many others jump on as we go. But this particular card has 3 questions on it. And Cindy, if you wouldn't mind putting them in the feed, I would greatly appreciate it. But these are opportunities for us to discern, to think more deeply, to take a pause in our busy days and check in with ourselves, see where we're at on these particular things. Our card for today is Allow Wonder. Allow Wonder. So let's just do some nice deep breaths first. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And as you keep breathing deeply and easily, just going to talk a little bit. I did my meditation this morning. My Deepak was not working, which always irritates me, but I decided that was an invitation to check into some of the things that I have saved in my notes on my phone, and I found one called Sourcing by Rebecca Campbell that is just a wonderful little, it's 11 minutes, and it's basically bringing in energy and breathing. So always a good thing, right? Another nice deep breath in and out, and another one in and out. I woke up early this morning and did some tapping, and that was very helpful, focusing on breathing. So just weaving this stuff into your day. Sometimes, it's, again, as I've said before, it's helpful to set some timers on your phone, and when they go off, do something to benefit yourself. Whether it's taking some nice deep breaths, whether it's grabbing a glass of water, whether it's stretching, whether it's lifting your eyes up from the computer screen, whatever it is, just some little things throughout the course of the day that honor you. So here's our card again, Allowing Wonder. Allowing Wonder. And the first question is, where do you see magnificence in the world around you? Where do you see magnificence in the world around you? For me, at this time of year, I love autumn, and I love when the trees are changing. Easy for me to see magnificence. I also love when people get really excited about harvest time and have a bunch of pumpkins and stuff. Thank you, Cindy. We greatly appreciate it. Have a bunch of harvest stuff out, like pumpkins and squash and mums and ornamental kale and all that cool stuff. I just love that. Actually, one of my favorite memories ever was walking the beach in Manitowoc. Yes, and there was a place that had a very dense hedge along the front of the house, and they had piled pumpkins, all carved pumpkins along on top of the hedge. It was just really cool. So where do you see magnificence in the world around you? Where do you see it? Gwen sees it in the mums also. I just love them. I just think they're just so, I don't know what the word is. Compact. That's the word that pops into my head, compact. It's like a pillow, you know? So here's the second question. Where do you see that same brilliance in yourself? Where do you see that same brilliance in yourself? Again, as within, so without. All of that out there that's beautiful and magnificent is a reflection of you. Think about that. Think about that. When you're feeling like you are separate from, not a part of, etc., step into this question. Where do you see that same brilliance in you? Just take a moment, think about that. Where does that show up within you? That same beauty, that same brilliance, that same magnificence. And then here's our third question. What small step would you take next if you believed in the wonder that you are? Ah, there we go. Beth says the changing leaves is, yes, beautiful and vibrant. Yes, I love that. And what I love too is the differences. So you've got the birches doing the bright yellow thing, maybe some tamarack, etc. You've got the maples doing the blaze of color. And then later on, get into October, and then you have all those burnished colors from the oaks. I just love that. Just love that. So here's the third one again. What small step would you take next if you believed in the wonder that you are? Good morning, Nancy. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. My compassion for others. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Sue. Glad you are here. Hope you're feeling a little better. So what small step would you take next if you believed in the wonder that you are? For me, it's going to be going to the chiropractor. Because if I'm a wonder, don't I deserve the best care I can give myself? Rather than putting things off, rather than, not taking care of the things that need to be taken care of, doing those things, taking care. Yesterday, one of the things that I did, I went to lunch with a dear friend of mine, and afterwards, I just didn't feel like I was quite ready to go home. So instead of going left, I went right, and I ended up out at an insurance facility where they're actually going to, I believe, donate 600 acres of their facility for housing purposes, which I thought was really cool. They had a presentation on it, but I had a conflict, so I couldn't go. So I haven't heard the whole story yet. I'm sure it will trickle down. But so I drove through their facility. They have a walking trail there. They have beautiful trees there. They have like 12 parking lots. I mean, this is a big building, and only 2 of them had cars in them. Again, post-COVID, many businesses are finding they don't need big buildings anymore. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. So drove through there, thought that was pretty cool. Drove out the other side and went to the right and went down a ways, and there's a park there. A park there that I had never known was there. I've driven past the entrance quite a few times, but never really paid attention until I read something about it. And I thought, I gotta figure out where that is. So I drove in there and drove through their facility. Tons of playground equipment, tons of sport. They had tennis courts, they had all manner of stuff. Then a little further on, there was a little garden area and a pavilion and things. So I want to go walk around there at some point. So then I continued on my way, drove out the driveway, went to the right again, and drove down to a building that I had considered for intentional community. However, it has not been taken well care of, which is unfortunate because it's a beautiful old church building. Actually, it was a retreat center. And I noticed that the biggest tree in front of the building died and kind of crashed in on itself. And I thought, isn't that interesting to see the tree reflecting what's happening with the building? It's falling apart. It's falling apart. And so we'll see if someone decides to save that, or if it does fall apart and they sell the property separately. We'll see what happens. And then I moseyed my way home. But those 3 stops were opportunities to look at magnificence, to look at what happens also when things aren't cared for, aren't tended to, and allowing wonder, looking at the trees that were changing. We're just getting to the point of some trees beginning to change. So I feel like yesterday was a day of allowing wonder. So what about for you? Let me read our 3 questions again and just think for yourself. Where do you see magnificence in the world around you? Where do you see magnificence in the world around you? Where do you see that same brilliance in yourself? Where do you see that same brilliance in yourself? What small step would you take next if you believed in the wonder that you are? What small step would you take next if you believed in the wonder that you are? Because if you believe in your own wonder, you're going to be willing to take more risks, do more things, try more stuff, fail miserably, right? You're still a wonder. Doesn't matter if you fail, because again, I believe we fail forward to success, in Mary Kay Ash's words. We fail forward to success, whatever that success is going to look like for you. Are some of the steps to getting there arduous? Absolutely. Are there times when we kind of go, why am I doing this? Yes. Hopefully we have people around us that we can lock arms with, that encourage us, that cheer us on, that keep us going. I was just reading about a man, I think he's 32, from my local area, who just, they haven't officially declared it yet, but broke the Guinness Book of World Records for running a marathon with a 100-pound pack on his back. And he talked about his process of hitting the wall and how did he keep going anyway. And he finished in 4 hours and some, I don't know how, I can't even imagine. But I hold wonder thinking about his efforts, what he did, what he set himself up to accomplish, and that he allowed himself to accomplish it. How cool is that? How cool is that? What about for you? I see that Lucy's got one listed in the feed here. Awesome, awesome. Yes, let's do this stuff. If something appeals to you, take the step forward. Do it. Try it. Put yourself out there. I signed myself and my sister up to go tomorrow. Is it tomorrow night? Yes, tomorrow night. To Middleton, to one of the churches there. They're hosting an outdoor movie, and it's going to be on our food sources and how can we get back to growing food and nurturing the land and taking care of soil, etc., etc. So I'm really excited to do that. That for me is going to be another opportunity for wonder, being around like-minded people and learning some things. So what about for you? What about for you? Can you put your small step that you would take next because you believe that you are a wonder? You believe that you are magnificent. You believe that you are filled with brilliance. What's your small step that you'll take? I want to see it in the feed. I'll do my cheerleader thing for you. You go. So that is our card for today. Allow wonder. Allow wonder. I think these are beautiful questions to answer, to ponder, to take some time with, to journal about. All right. Good morning, Lisa. We are just about done, but I will post the video right afterwards. Allow wonder. That is our call for today. Allow wonder. Have an awesome Thursday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.